Deion gives him a vibe that he's leaving sooner than later for the fact that he doesn't want to dabble into recruiting high school kids or building upwards. He's building laterally to get the best transfer kids, get the best now talent, so he can win with his kids. And then if he does leave, but he said that there's heard some rumors that there's a reason why the Dallas Cowboys have not re-upped McCarthy or Dak, because the head coach and Deion Sanders and a son named Shedeur Sanders is out there maybe after this year. Give me both takes on both things.
All right, so I've spoken to Coach about this personally. If you go back and watch the interview I did with him, it's on YouTube. It was great. It was informative. I had Jeremy Bloom on my show about a month before I talked to Coach Prime face-to-face, and Jeremy came out and just said, you know, Jeremy's even more interwoven in it than I am, that there's been an extension on the table for Coach Prime forever, and he didn't sign it. Now, Coach Prime reached out to me over DM after he watched the interview, so he's watching, and said that's not true. There's no extension on the table. So there's something going on there. I don't know. I'm just in the middle of it. Let's play both sides here. Would I be surprised if he didn't come back to Colorado after this year and just went to go watch his boys play and watch Travis? No, absolutely not. I would not be surprised. And honestly, I don't know how, as a father myself, I would be mad at him about that. If you have the opportunity to do it, bro, good for you. You want to go watch your kids and be part of their journey?
You know that'll be a very talked about discussion.
Oh, very talked about, bro. It's going to get blown up here, and I didn't even say anything. So, but then on the other side, I obviously want him to stick around and want him to build something. And he's told me to my face, I'm not going anywhere. And he said it multiple times in the media. I'm not going anywhere, yada, yada, yada. You know, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what to believe here, bro. I don't know. I know that he's recruiting as if he's going to stay. And I don't know how, if he doesn't stay, how that's going to go over with Jordan Seaton and guys like that. I'm sure the transfer portal will fill up fast. Just like we talked about on Wednesday, or yesterday, guys don't go to Colorado to play for Colorado. They go to Colorado to play for Coach Prime. So if he's not there, I can't imagine the majority of those guys would stay. But I don't know the answer to this question, and I'd like to think he sticks around and builds a powerhouse. But today, in today's society, the way things roll, the way everything's documented on social media, I don't know the answer to this question, and I don't know. I'd like to think he stays, but I'm not going to be surprised if he doesn't. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I appreciate that take. I got
real.
Let me ask you, address the Dallas Cowboy thing now. Could you?
Okay, good. I'm glad you brought that up. So look,
see those two go.
If I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I am doing everything humanly possible to get Shedeur Sanders in a Dallas Cowboy uniform. Everything. It will not only, I'm not saying that he's going to be better than Dak. We'll see. But it will be the highest selling jersey in the National Football League. You'll have more eyes. I guarantee you, if he goes to the Cowboys, that Prime probably doesn't coach. Because then Prime will want to go watch his son and be engulfed in the same community that he balled out and won multiple Super Bowls in. So I'd like to think that I think that's the best fit for him, too, other than the Broncos. I mean, I think the Broncos are also a great fit for Shedeur as well. He's right down the street. The thing is, I think Denver is going to be really, really bad, and I think Dallas is probably going to win 10, 11, 12 games and then be out in the first or second round again and not make the NFC title game. And then you've got a different problem there on how you move up to get him. So I personally think that Shedeur is either going to be a Bronco or a Cowboy next year, and we'll have to see.
Yeah, that's interesting. Matt, as always, appreciate the realness coming on.
Hey, how about this? Coach Prime will become the Dallas Cowboys head coach. Now, I mean, for real? So you're telling me they draft Shedeur and then fire McCarty and bring in –
No, there's no firing. There's no firing. This is why Shaun and I talked about this. There's no firing. There's a reason why they're holding off Dak's extension, and McCarthy has no contract past this year.
We'll just let him walk.
It would be over. I'm going to hire a new coach. Yeah. Interesting.
I'm not against it. I think you want to drive clicks and you want to have more eyes in the fucking world on your franchise. Go hire Coach Prime as the head coach and get Shedeur as his son in the National Football League. Shit.
The only problem I have is that prime Deion Sanders, Coach Sanders, I like to call him now, hasn't yet proven that he can coach at that level. That's all.
No one cares
the
about
NFL is a little different than college, man. I think you realize you're going to have to coach those guys at some point, or you're just going to be another coach.
I don't think that would be a problem with Coach Prime. It may be a problem with other guys, but not him. I think he would put enough people around him to kind of be able to deflect that, and just
if he doesn't win at Colorado this year, something of a bowl game or some sort of a significant leap, and then gets hired in Dallas as a head coach, we do realize
there'll be a lot of haters. Yeah.
Well, it's not even. I'm not even talking about the hate. I'm just talking about the mere fact that we probably will have never seen a guy move up the ladder like he has without ever winning any meaningful game. He lost.
Well, I watched Lane Kiffin get hired at 30 years old in the National Football League.
So did Sark as a position coach.
You know, Lane Kiffin was the head coach of the Raiders at 30.
No, Lane. I know. Yeah. Well, that again, nepotism and who his dad is. I mean,
and remember, Al was a little woohoo at that point too.
And Al to this day hates Lane Kiffin.
What?
Al's dead, so Mark.
He still hates him.